Today is December 1st. Today's quote is entitled, "Your story is the problem." It's not what happens to you that is the problem. It is what you tell yourself about what happens to you that is the problem. Let's give an example. Something happens to you and you say, "Why me? I didn't deserve this." That's a story. I'm a good person. I'm nice to people. I serve Krishna. I serve my spiritual master. I serve the Vaishnavas. And something bad has happened to me. I don't deserve it. That's a story. But it's not the story the Bhagavatam gives. The Bhagavatam tells us, 10th canto, Lord Brahma tells us, that when a devotee suffers, a devotee thinks in a different way, has a different story. I deserve worse. I should have suffered more, but Krishna is so kind that he's eliminated my suffering. So a different story, therefore, causes you and me, causes us to react in a different way. If I actually knew that I deserved worse and Krishna had minimized my suffering, I would feel grateful, I would be happy, I would be relieved. If I feel that I didn't deserve it, it puts doubt on why Krishna would allow that. It puts doubt on devotional service. It puts doubt on the whole process. So now I'm getting affected by a different story, a different understanding. So Shastra is meant to give us an understanding of what's happening that elevates our Krishna consciousness, that inspires us in Krishna consciousness, that enables us to tolerate and deal with whatever it is we have to tolerate and deal with. But if we see things materially, then we often come up with a story which is depressing, which is discouraging, or a story which may undermine our faith. Now, we can take this to a very practical level on a day-to-day basis. Somebody is unkind to you. You might think, they don't like me. It may have nothing to do with liking you or not liking you. You may think, I did something wrong. It may have nothing to do with you doing something wrong. It just may mean they're having a bad day. Or you may think, oh, there must be something wrong with me. This person doesn't like me. What is wrong with me? I'm such a bad person. No, you're not a bad person. This person that doesn't like you doesn't like anybody. There are people like that. They don't like anybody. They fault find with everybody. But you may think, oh, I did something wrong. They're finding fault with me, etc. So stories affect us in particular ways. If we have the wrong story, then we can get affected in the wrong way. So, the materialistic people have a story of optimism. Everything's going to get better. This world is a great place. Make it better. Get a better job. Get more money. Move here, move there. It's always, everything is going to be better, better, better. And we're accused of being pessimistic, but we're actually not pessimistic. We just have the right story. It's your consciousness that's going to make it better. It's your consciousness that's going to adapt to whatever good or bad is going on. And that's why you'll be happy, not because of external situations. So our stories are different from the stories of materialistic people. And we as devotees, when our stories become materialistic, then we suffer. Oh, I didn't deserve that. That person was so unkind, or I'm such a bad person, or nobody loves me, and so on. These are all stories written by Maya, coming from the modes of nature, meant to distract, discourage, handicap us. So be very careful that your stories are in alignment with Srila Prabhupada's teachings and in alignment with our Shastras, because those stories will inspire you. They'll enable you to cope and deal with difficulties, and they'll give you a lot of peace and satisfaction.